Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Average Gentleman's Podcast. We're back again with What's in Your Cup? Around the room.
I'll go first because I'm being daring this week. I'm going against doctor's orders, and I am having a tall glass of bourbon. The brand is Dirt Bourbon. It's out of Warwick, New York.
Nice.
It's not the best bourbon. It's a little harsher than I like, but it's still a good glass.
And should you be going for harsher at this moment?
When I say harsher, it's got more alcohol taste to it. It's not as finished as smooth.
Gotcha.
So it's got more of a bite to it. It's a little bit more peaty.
So let's see how...
It's not like Maker's Mark, which is a sweeter, smoother drinking bourbon.
Yeah, well, let's see how you feel during tonight's episode.
I said fuck it. You know, it's a glass of bourbon at this point. I'm not on any medicine. Like, I'm not on antibiotics that are going to fucking destroy my stomach with it. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well,
if anything goes wrong, we'll probably hear it.
Yeah.
I'm back on the bucket from last week. that Ray made that joke with. But yeah, we'll see what happens. You know.
We'll capture any noises with these. We'll take another mic and put it next to your stomach this week. All right, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm just having a beer today. I have a Corona Premier.
Mm-hmm.
2.6 carbs, 90 calories. Goes perfect with keto.
You know, Corona Light is also considered gluten-free. It meets I believe it's like 50 parts per million, which meets the international standard to be declared low gluten or gluten-free. But because there's no laws in the United States that define what that gluten-free level is, essentially, they can't put that it's a low gluten or gluten-free beer on it.
Interesting.
But I know people who have celiac disease who drink Corona Light because there's so low gluten in it.
Oh, not bad.
So something to look into.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a Captain and Diet Coke. I'm
back to the Captain.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about putting a little bit of Tito's in it just to see how it would taste.
So Tito's, Captain, and
Diet Coke.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the Tito's is on the table. It's staring me in the face.
I don't see why you wouldn't try it. I mean,
it's only a little bit left.
It's a mixed drink, right? We have all kind of crazy shit that they put together in these cocktails now.
It's only,
How do you try them? You got to figure them out this way. Beer tails are the same way. You just start adding shit to beer until it tastes good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the taste shouldn't be that too bad.
It's just going to make it taste more alcohol-y.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
If I start slurring later, then...
It'll make for a fun episode.
Yeah. I've already had one or two.
What?
So we'll just go on with that. By the way, did you see the... I was down... Where was I? I think it was in Florida. The alcoholless Heineken beer.
Oh, it's in Jersey,
I didn't see it.
Is it?
I've seen
alcohol,
it.
alcohol Heineken 00, 000, something 0.
Yeah, it's...
I've heard it on the radio.
I've seen it. Yeah, so I tried it.
It tastes like a Heineken.
Yeah, well, I saw it recently up here in the liquor store right like 2 minutes away.
Absolute Zero, maybe?
So yeah, some shit. I mean, it looks exactly the same Heineken bottle. Just has like a little blue thing on it. It says 0 alcohol. And it tastes exactly like a Heineken, but there's no alcohol in it. It's really weird. And have you seen the ad for it, like commercials?
No, I've heard Joe Rogan talk about it on his podcast.
There was one where there's a guy drinking that specific Heineken in the driver's seat of his car. In a parking lot.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Right. And in a parking lot. And then, the cop pulls up. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? There's no dialogue, obviously. He's like, you look at him. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then the guy just holds the beer and points to 0 alcohol. And, the cop just walks away. Like, what the fuck?
I mean,
like, how are you going to get away with that?
You can drink an old duels in your car, right?
I guess.
It's just that they took a brand that has alcohol in it and they used their logo and good name to put into the Heineken bottle, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's a slippery thing to go with because
wait, well, technically, like, isn't that a slippery slope? Like, the bottle is open, so how do you know that's what's in the bottle?
Right. How do you know that there's not rum in my Coca-Cola bottle sitting in my car? It's the same thing. Then. I mean, at least with that, you see there's beer in it. You're going to assume the guy didn't pour out the Heineken 0 to pour in a regular.
Why not?
It's a lot of fucking work to do that. Just drink and drive. The guy who's going to be drinking and driving isn't going to care that much about that, right?
I guess maybe
if you're willing to drink and drive to that level, you're not going to give a shit about the cop finding you drinking a regular beer.
That's how I feel. Cop can just be pissed off at you for trying to, make me look like a dumbass. I'm going to find something to give you a ticket for.
Oh, I wouldn't advise it. The cop will find. There's always something to ticket you for, man.
Yeah.
You're going to get a ticket for something. So
if you've got I have a cross hanging in front of the car, the mirror of my car. That's technically a ticketable offense.
Yeah, you'll get a ticket for that. We're going to have to ask somebody. We're going to have to bring back Scott the cop and see what he thinks. Because last time he was on, it was I don't think Heineken had that out yet.
No, it's pretty new.
No, yeah, it's pretty new. So I mean, that's a good question.
But but are we talking about this because it's a good? I mean, so there's been non-alcoholic beer for fucking years.
No, there's been non-alcoholic, but this.
I think it's because it's Heineken.
Cop pulls you over. Yeah, it's Heineken, right? So cop pulls you over and just smells the beer out of your breath. Just smells it.
O'Doul's smells like beer too.
Does it? Yes. I never had it, so I
yes.
can't tell you.
Yeah, O'Doul's or any alcoholic beer, any NA beer smells like a beer.
Yeah,
they've just removed the alcohol, in the process from the beer.
Who's the target market for this?
I mean, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, because you're in the beer industry, right? So,
this is a legitimate question. Because to me,
it's multi-tiered, right? Because look at how. So, I think if the seltzers weren't doing as well as they're doing right now, I don't think Heineken would have gotten into this space, or they wouldn't, or the Heineken USA company wouldn't have branded a Heineken zero zero.
But you can't compare that to the alcoholic seltzers.
But no. But my point is that there's a consumer there who wants the seltzer consumer, I feel, is the same kind of consumer who would drink this NA Heineken, right?
I don't think so.
It's lower calories than a regular beer. It's got a lot. I mean,
But they still want to get drunk. That's the thing.
Yes, but I think
not drunk, but
I think
the taste of I'm not that into the taste of beer to just want to drink it just. As if it were like water or like a glass of soda or something.
You're drinking to get the edge off.
If I'm having a beer, I want to have a cocktail.
Yeah,
it's also a line extension for Heineken, right? So it's a with a brand like Heineken, right? And then it was always Heineken Amstel Light, right? Amstel Light was Heineken's light beer.
Okay,
and then they came out with the Heineken Light, as they used just the Heineken name, branded it Heineken Light, and saw sales dramatically increase over what Amstel Light sales
I drank that for years.
What?
Heineken Light? Heineken Light.
Yeah.
Once Heineken Light came out, it basically killed Amstel Light, even though I think Amstel Light's a better tasting beer in my personal opinion.
Yeah. Hold that thought for 1 second. Go on.
Popping cans, all right. So I think that's one thing. That where does Heineken go? Does Heineken go into a seltzer? Does Heineken go into a fruit beer? Like what do you...
Corona introduced a hard seltzer too.
Yeah. So Corona, they played a little different line, right? So Corona having that island feel, it was more, in my opinion, it was more of a brand, a branding move of here's the vodka. So it was more of a branding move with the Corona, right? So Corona's brand is islands, beats, seltzers, like Young Life, like that's what their brand is. So it made sense for them going into a seltzer, right? Or Aqua Fresca, whatever the fuck they're calling it. A brand like Heineken, I don't know if it would be like Budweiser coming out with a seltzer. I mean, they just came out with the natural.
Budweiser, they had the Bud line, that have what? The Bud Orange.
But that was so that was a brand extension from the Bud Light family. Mm-hmm. So they created Bud Light back in '83, I believe, and Bud Light was an extension of the Budweiser family. I believe in late '90s, early 2000s, Bud Light became its own brand, considering the company. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So they started doing line extensions from Bud Light. With the Bud Light lime was the first one, which again made sense for it because it was just putting lime into a beer. It was making a Corona and using Bud Light's good name to make it. But with Heineken, where do you go? What beer? What?
Sorry, I'm just bringing up my drink to the microphone.
But no, seriously, what I'm asking you guys, what kind of beer could you see Heineken making and using Heineken's name other than maybe an Oktoberfest?
Yeah, I mean, but Heineken, see, that's the thing. So Heineken has a specific, distinct flavor. But all three lines, the Heineken Light, and this Heineken Zero,
yep,
they all taste the same. I mean, for the most part, right?
Which is brilliant because they know that the consumer. So it made sense, right? So the consumer has been trading from full calorie beers to light beers. for years.
Yeah.
Right. I know from AB reached a point, I think it was like 5 years ago, maybe, where the Bud Light, what they're gaining from Bud Light sales increasing is more than what they're losing from Budweiser sales declining. So that was the first, like 5 years ago was the first time that happened, which was huge for the brand because it now meant that what Bud was losing, Bud Light was making up for more than that. So they were growing positive on their two biggest brands.
Okay. But Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch also has other flavors.
Isn't it easier with us talking about where the fuck I work than having this pussyfoot around it? Like, just actually ask me questions. Well, what is Budweiser thing? I'm not an authority on Budweiser. I'm an employee. I in no way speak for the company, but I'll tell you what I fucking think. I say that for the lawyers because I've been dealing with this bullshit for years.
I mean, technically you don't work there anymore.
I work for a company that's owned by Anheuser-Busch. So Blue Point is owned by AB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those.
No, I get what you mean.
We're a subsidiary, if you want to think of it. So, I mean, AB cuts my paycheck, but they don't tell us how we got to brew a fucking beer.
Gotcha. Okay, so. I gotcha. But so in that respect, at least for Heineken here in the U.S., right? I don't think besides Amstel Light, what else do they have? The Heineken brand or
well, the Heineken portfolio is more than just like I believe the Heineken. Also,
well, here in the U.S., right? I'm not talking about.
What's the side? One of the big ciders is a Heineken brand. Strongbow is a Heineken brand.
Okay.
Amstel Light. I mean, there's a lot more in the portfolio than you think about.
Oh, okay.
There's beers that you know the names of, but you just don't realize they're under the Heineken umbrella.
I gotcha. Okay, that's what I was looking for.
But the question is that you've got this huge powerhouse of a name of Heineken, right? Heineken, in the state of New Jersey, I think Heineken's like a 2 share, which is fucking gigantic. That means 2 out of every 10 beers is like a Heineken in our area. Maybe not the whole state, but like Patterson, you go in there, it's like every 4 cases of beer is a fucking Heineken product.
Yeah.
So, how do you capitalize on that good name and grow your brand? And as a company, I know AB is also trying to get into the NA field. Like we partnered with Starbucks, all those Tivana teas you're seeing.
Yeah.
We're brewing those in our breweries and distributing them.
Oh, yeah?
So those Tivana teas are coming out of us. Those, we're buying water companies. We're buying soda. We just invested in a cannabis company in Canada. So AB is growing their whole portfolio. And
too bad you can't buy it here yet.
Soon. Well, I can't get fired for having weed in my system now. So because they sent a memo out basically saying, hey, we're investing in the industry. We can't fire you for smoking pot.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that changed recently. But I mean, the question is, where do these companies go? The market is so saturated. You go walk down, any Bottle King, Buy Right, your major superstore you go to in your town. It's almost impossible to keep track of. I mean, I'm in the business and I have trouble doing it.
Well, there's so much. And every small brewery that wants to try and make it big is also trying to get their shit out the door too, right?
I mean, yes. And I think there's a place for it all. I think that these companies that try and go too big too quick, they're doing not only themselves a disservice, but their beers a disservice because you're not going to be able to scale as quickly as you want to.
No.
And the traditional means of capital aren't there for, people in the brewing industry to go out and just get funding from banks. You see all these big companies, the same reason Blue Point partnered with AB was you just can't grow past a certain point in the industry without pairing with, somebody else.
A bigger brand and someone to be there to actually give you the money.
Yeah.
To fund what you
fund
need.
your operation.
Yeah. The days of the Boston Beer Company making, like Sam Adams, starting from the ground up and doing what he did. And even they're a small company. They're only...
Oh, this is like Shark Tank for beer, right? You're essentially
more or less,
right?
Yeah.
You're fishing around to different bigger companies that
just because
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
And you're selling your idea or selling your product or
100%.
doing whatever you gotta do.
I mean, there's so many great beers that are out there. I get the pleasure and privilege to drink a lot of them, but there's some that are just so shitty. Like you drink
like the one I made.
Well, it was your first time. It's okay, but you get these big breweries who just make hot. They're making all these juicy IPAs, which don't get me wrong. I like a good juicy IPA, but brewers hate making them. Well, good brewers hate making them because they're lazy. Why would you unfilter an IPA?
No.
There's no it's not like a wheat beer. There's no benefit to the it's a style of beer that was created so that way brewers could take one less step in making an IPA by not filtering it. And again, it's a fun category. There's some I've had that have looked like fucking orange juice. They've been so cloudy. But let's be real. It's lazy. And when you get that kind of style that's getting bigger and bigger, it just means it's cutting corners to me.
Okay.
And when you're cutting corners with beer, you're going to make shitty beers. Off balance. It's going to be all hops up front, no malt characteristics. You're not going to get any other notes. You're going to get no citrus. You're not going to get any grapefruit. It's and that kills me. You get these people who swear by these microbrews, and it's great. It's great for a community, but it's not going to compete with a Budweiser.
You're not going to see it in mass production compared to Budweiser.
No, you're not going to find it in if you're brewing it in Ship Bottom, New Jersey.
Yeah,
you're not going to find it in Raleigh, North Carolina.
So here's a question for you: since we're getting into the fall, since summer's coming to an end, what's a good fall beer that you like?
Oktoberfest are great this time of year. I mean, I love ours at Blue Point. Our Oktoberfest is got a really great malt characteristic to it. It's not a huge malt bomb like Sam Adams, I feel, is I love that. I love pumpkins. I'm a basic bitch. Our mother pumpkin is fucking awesome. Yes, I'm basic. Give me pumpkin spice lattes. Give me pumpkin beers.
Oh, really?
Oh, I love it. I buy a bottle of Pumpkin every year from Southern Tier, and not one. I buy one to drink that year, and I age them for like 3 or 4 years and fuck around with it. Our pumpkin, our mother pumpkin is phenomenal. It's a little more. I describe it as gourdy. You taste more of the pumpkin as opposed to just those cinnamon and warming spices.
Yeah. So I like. I've had the Yingling Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Not too bad. I'm a big fan of Yingling, but
Yingling's a great beer. My buddy manages the state for us. I know everyone that works in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah,
for Yingling.
it's a really good. I feel like it's a good beer. I mean, when I did drink beer, the other one was I think I had a Blue Moon Oktoberfest one year that they made.
Blue Moon's been playing around in that space a little bit too.
Yeah, I don't think it's line extensions. I don't think it was that good, but I've had it.
I want to say they played like a wheat Oktoberfest. Like it was like a cloudy Oktoberfest. I want to say they made.
Yeah, it was very very cloudy, like almost like their regular Blue Moon.
Yeah, it was a wheat styled Oktoberfest.
And I've done a few more.
Can you name the style of Oktoberfest? Do you know what kind of beer it is? It's called a Marzen.
No, I don't.
It's Marzen, and it means March. So traditionally, Oktoberfest was started to be brewed in March, and that's where they came from.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Yep. That's interesting.
So it's a Marzen meaning March.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of the Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
I mean,
I'm not a big fan of Sam Adams in general. To tell you the truth.
Used to love Sam Adams. I mean, back in 2002, 2003, before I was 21, me and my friends saw a commercial.
You mean after you were 21?
No, 2001, I was like 18. I'm whatever. Fuck it.
I know. We don't promote underage drinking here.
We did not promote it, but I did it. All right. So it was back when Sam Adams had a commercial saying we make 27 different types of beer or something.
Yeah.
And this was back, when a lot of the beers were seasonal. You can only get, like Old Fezziwig in their Christmas package, and you can only get the white ale in their spring package. So we spent the whole year drinking our ways through the Sam Adams portfolio to the point where we bought a bottle of Utopias.
Okay.
Which was back then was like $160. Now they go for like $5.
Wow.
If you get like the same vintage we had. We bought 3 bottles of their double and triple bock, which were like $10 to $12 each for a 12 or 11 ounce bottle. And we drank our way through the whole portfolio.
Nice.
And I love them, but there's nothing they've done lately that's wowed me.
Yeah.
The Rebel IPA wasn't great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. The only thing
I never liked Sam Adams.
Yeah, there was only one thing that I liked was cherry wheat,
which you can never find anywhere anymore.
Yeah, and that was it.
There was a time where
that was like popular, and to me for like a small period,
very small period, like only a couple months. Like I think I found it on tap.
It was everywhere for a while.
Some restaurant. I forget what it was. Was it Houlihan's?
I think it might have been Houlihan's.
Yeah, I don't remember where. I mean, all I remember was going to a bar. I'm like, I didn't like whatever else they had, and I was like, I'll just give me a Sam Adams cherry wheat, and I'll just.
So I remember because you had it first, and you recommended it to me, and I was like, oh, this is great. And it was like
it's too sweet.
Well, I mean, back then we were drinking fucking Grey Goose and Red Bull.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about sweet? I mean, that's a sweet tooth. I mean, come on, it's for a beer. Cherry wheat wasn't that bad.
I'm just thinking about fucking DJs back in the day. My boy worked there. We get paid for 1 vodka Red Bull. We get like four of them. Like,
yeah, I mean back then it was
you're right.
It was drink to The sweeter the drink, the more you drank, and the more fucked up you got.
Yeah.
You know, now
but see,
it's kind of
I switched early to bourbons. Like, I started drinking bourbons like when I was 21.
Yeah.
Which is back when we were turning 21, no one fucking did that shit.
No.
You know, it was, you're drinking something that you want to enjoy the taste of. Like,
I still can't get used to the taste, to tell you the truth. I don't know why.
I mean, you got to drink around and find what you like. There's so many great ones out there, man.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've been to places where, you know, all they have is whiskey and bourbon, and it's you know, find the drink that you want. But I mean, I've tried so many.
You spent a lot of money doing that.
Well, I mean, this was on the company tab, not mine. So
start with Manhattans. They're a great way to start playing around with bourbons. They're a little sweeter because they got the vermouth in them. They got a cherry in them.
No.
So that's what I started with. I would be at parties in my basement with a fucking martini glass with a cherry in the bottom of it, making myself Manhattans, just to get, you know, not get used to the taste, but get acquired to the taste, right? Because it is.
Yeah. So. No, it is. I mean, whatever. I like my wife now. She'll take any fucking. She would rather drink straight from the bottle, like or just any drink straight, rather than some kind of mixed BS or with you know, sweet drinks or sweeteners or whatever. She would just like, I prefer just, you know, on the ice, on the rocks, and that's it.
Well, I mean, we change our taste too over time, right?
Of course.
Like, I drink some
7 years.
Well, not even that. Go drink a fucking Kool-Aid your kid has. It's like, just give me diabetes.
Yeah.
I already have diabetes, but, you know, just take my foot. You know, like,
yeah,
they're so sweet. Even the ones that are like 30% less sugar, you're like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I transitioned from like regular soda to diet soda years ago, and to have a regular soda now, it's awful.
It makes you pucker almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I don't know if it's the sorbic acid with the real sugar, but it's.
Well, even like last week, I had the diet with, the fuck was that drink? The shipwreck. Shipwreck, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of those, and I just felt fucking sick. I don't remember the last time I actually had diet soda.
Oh.
I mean, we don't even keep it in the house. We keep it for guests. That's really what we keep it for.
We don't even keep it in our house for guests.
Yeah.
I'll make some. I keep iced tea in my house. I'll make iced tea for you. I'll make you water.
God, we sound old. Jesus. All right, we need to switch fucking topics. All right, this is a long ass. What's in your cup? We need to switch topics.
It was a good one though. We've been talking about some other shit.
No, it was a good one. It was no. I like.
You were questioning me about my job.
I did.
Now
No,
we can
I did,
talk about it.
I did like all the beer stuff, but we're getting into a whole old man.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel a lot more relaxed. I don't have to fucking try and be quiet about it. Like, I'm the guy that wants to tell you what I bought you for Christmas the second I buy it.
Yeah.
Like, you want your gift now? I'm like, my wife hates me at like holiday times because I'm like, I want my gift as soon as you have it, and I want you to have the gift I have for you as soon as I have it.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with surprises.
Yeah.
And I love surprises.
Terrible.
It's just one of those things. I mean, I get when I know there's a gift for me, I get anxious and I want it right away. But I can hold out on surprising someone with a gift for a little while.
Like
I surprised my wife with a Michelle watch, which is, you know, it's like $1,000 watch.
Yeah.
For I think it was our 3-year anniversary I got for her, but yeah, it like I think I gave it to my wife like within 2 days of me buying it. Like, I don't even yeah. It's also maybe because like we only have one account for everything.
Yeah.
Like
you don't want her to find out. Yeah.
Everything is linked. You know, like when I want to really surprise her, I gotta go to my father-in-law and say, hey, here's some cash, go buy this for me. You know, like online if I'm ordering something, you know.
Yeah, to make it hidden.
Yeah. So all right, so we're done with what's in your cup. Where are we going next?
We're done with what's in your cup. We were spiraling into fall. So
my favorite season.
As we go into the fall, we've got some football going on.
Depressing for me.
Why is it depressing?
Depressing for I love the summer.
But doesn't the fall feel like,
dude, this summer went by so fast. This summer went by quick. Well, at least for me, it did.
I blinked and it's fucking September.
It goes by too quick.
Yeah, I mean, this summer has ended. It was
already
a
shitty summer too.
It's already I mean, it started off shitty too.
I love the warm weather.
I like the warm weather too, but like 70 degrees is perfect.
Convertible days are dwindling down.
Listen,
well, you got the convertible. That's a difference.
All you got to do is put on a scully, put on a turtleneck, and put the top down. That's
I'm still taking it. I'm gonna until I need like a full on sweatshirt. It top staying down as long as it's not raining.
Yeah. No, you're fine. But yes, I mean, this summer went by super quick.
The only thing that makes me look forward to fall is, like you mentioned, football.
Football, yeah.
Everything's great. You got football, you got pumpkin picking, you got apple picking.
I hate it. No,
pumpkin flavored everything. I'm a basic bitch. Give me it. You know, it feels like renewal. Like, again, I know that I haven't been in school now.
I tell my wife, you want to go apple picking? We go to ShopRite. You can pick apples in ShopRite.
But we've been apple picking.
I know. It's like...
It's a nice day.
It's a thing for the kids.
It's for the kids.
It's
exactly.
It's for me. Fuck the kids. Put me in, like... Because, again, like... Not that we don't see trees and shit, but, like, we don't get out and, like... I don't go to parks that much. You know, like, when I go to the kid, it's... You go to the fucking playground.
Yeah.
You're not walking through a park. At least with that, you get to walk around, eat some apples off the tree. Might be some fat and you get to eat the apples too, but it's just something about it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, when we do the apple picking,
like the place that we go to, I love because of the pumpkin slingshot.
Yes.
I love that.
They have a slingshot with all these.
Which farm is this?
Is it
Allstead?
No, it's not Allstead. It's
White something. Whitman's farm.
Okay. Where at Freehold?
No.
Down south or
I think
up here?
It's not that far.
From up here?
No, it's like 20
minutes.
20 minutes, 30 minutes from here.
There's a bunch of them up here.
Yeah, it's not far. But yeah, so they have a slingshot where and they have a whole bunch of targets out and they give you all these little fist size
frozen
like pumpkins. And you basically and they have like all
Is it free?
No, you pay for it. It's
okay.
It's like
it's a game.
It's like a couple bucks.
Yeah,
for,
$5-6. Yeah, you get like 6 pumpkins or whatever, and you line up.
Yeah,
and
you hit one of the targets, you get a free pumpkin from the shop.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
But the slingshots, they're huge. Like they're like elastic bands.
Oh yeah, pumpkin chunking.
Yeah. So they're like elastic bands that you use at the gym, where you're literally going pulling back 10 feet.
Yeah, all your weight, like.
My place doesn't have this, and I'm like, and you're bitching about going pumpkin picking.
No, I said
you get to hurl fucking projectiles.
He said that's his favorite thing.
And that's right before going to the apple fields. I don't even need to step foot in the apple fields. I can just
do that all day
there and
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, one thing I do is I have my mini drone, the small one.
Yep.
And I guess it's been tradition the last 3 years. Last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, we take the group picture with.
Yeah, so I take the drone and without anyone being around, I set it up and I just do like a quick group shot, and then I'll just send it up in the air and do like a quick flyover real quick, and then bring it back down.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully without them yelling at me.
If we're contained to I'll only go to this place. Just don't do it by the front. Just because of the
slingshot.
Pumpkin. But like, if it wasn't for that, like, if I go somewhere where it's just limited to apples and pumpkins, I'm fine. That one place that we went to year where we spent like $200 each on just vegetables, like, dude, it was awful.
That
like,
place was huge, right? And it was like
that's because you guys didn't invite me. I would have talked you out of those fucking vegetables.
It wasn't our doing.
And my son tipped over our wagon, so it would have even been more money that we would have spent.
That's true.
We lost half of it.
We ended up buying like squash, like cucumbers, like all this other.
How much went bad?
Oh, at least half.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah,
it's like we're not gonna eat all this.
I said I will never do it again.
Yeah, no, I said the same thing. I was like, why? And even when we brought the stuff up, we were like, I think the bags that they gave us, I think we had maybe 5 bags each.
Okay.
And it came out to some ridiculous weight, and we were like, how much is this going to cost? And they're like, oh, $198. Oh, $2 something. I was like, motherfucker, really?
Jesus Christ.
I was like, we could just go to fucking ShopRite.
Exactly. See?
Well, we were just up in
the economical part of me hates going apple picking just for that fact.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we went down to Working Dog Winery down like exit 7A off the turnpike a couple weeks ago for my sister-in-law's birthday. And we were driving home, and there was a little farmer's market on the side of the road, so we stopped off to buy some stuff. My aunt got like 6 sunflowers that were big sunflowers, at least 5 pounds of assorted vegetables, and she paid like $12.82. It was like
that's insane.
It was like my aunt's like, wait. She asked the woman like, "Are you sure you rung everything up because it was so cheap?"
Yeah. So the sunflowers, were they the ones where the seeds were already roasted, or
they were just for flowers? There was no seeds.
Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I forget what farmer was that was,
and they lasted for 2 weeks in a jar in like a vase.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife found these this one farm that actually had the seeds that were roasted on the flour, and you could just buy it, and then she would just pick them off and then eat them.
It's too much fucking work, sunflower seeds, man.
But if you love them,
I'll buy the shelled ones from the store. And
with the white and red blue bag, whatever.
Yeah. It's like pistachios. Give me shelled pistachios. You know,
Yeah.
I guess it's fun peeling the pistachio because it's not as hard, but whatever.
Football. What do we got?
Football.
I know we were
As I'm wearing my Giant shirt this week.
Yeah, so I know you're in a league with a bunch of friends.
I'm in 2 leagues. I'm in a league for work, and I'm in a league with friends. So the league with friends is 11 years in, and this is my 2nd year for work.
Okay. So then me and Ray are in a league with some of our other friends and, well, his family also. And I was not there to participate in the draft. So
it was a live draft?
Mm-hmm.
So they were all there. And
was it a consensus auto pick, or was it just next available player on someone's board?
I think what they did was they gave me all the worst players so I could be the last place.
No, we give you the.
Have you paid your dues yet?
The best available.
I don't know. We'll see.
The best available player with like basic strategy on what positions need to be.
Yeah, you weren't. If the best available player was all running backs the whole game, you weren't just picking running backs.
If he had 4 running backs and next highest was a running back, we didn't give him a running back.
You went for a receiver or something then, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
We used some judgment, and
you were fair about it. You weren't trying to fuck him over. You were being decent human beings.
I mean, I could have traded my entire roster.
You can still trade it now.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, well, and Ramsey does not know his roster.
I have no idea.
I drafted Drew Brees in my work league accidentally.
I have no idea what any of my players are. I don't know the list. I don't know nothing.
You haven't seen this yet?
No, I haven't. No, we're doing it live right now.
You're finding out what your team is.
I'm finding out my team right now. Right now.
All right, I'll comment.
And I don't even know who these people are. I have no idea what the hell, because I don't follow as much as everybody else does. So I'm,
This is awesome. I'm excited for this.
So go ahead, Ray.
Okay, so we're gonna go in reverse order.
So his last pick.
So just to add some context. So we had some rule changes in the league. So we went from last year we were a half point PPR. So this year we're going to be a full point PPR.
Okay, so that changes things a little bit.
Yep. And we got rid of the kicker. So we swapped.
We did that 2 years ago too for one league.
So we swapped out the kicker for another flex position.
We did the same thing.
And in our league of flex is a running back, a receiver, a wide receiver, or a tight end.
It makes a difference with extra flex. That the kicker, every kicker. If you look at the first kicker and the last kicker, traditionally, it's only like a 15-point difference between them. It's like it's minuscule.
Yeah.
We voted on eliminating defense, but we did keep defense.
Okay. The defense makes it fun because you can always lose a game because your defense
personally I
fucked up. You get negative points.
I voted to keep both. I voted to keep the kicker and the defense. So
I think I'm okay with the kicker. Defense, I don't know if I would have lost. If I would have.
The league is so much better without a kicker. That one league I have.
Yeah.
It makes it more competitive because you now have to fill a flex spot with another receiver, running back, or tight end.
Yeah.
So it makes your drafting a whole different fucking process, man.
All right, let's start off.
So with that being said,
so we're starting with his first pick or his last pick.
No, we're gonna go last to first.
Do it.
All right. Pick number 15. You got Mitchell Trubisky.
Who the fuck is Mitchell Trubisky?
Quarterback of the Bears.
Oh, yeah. You took him as a last round pick. Does he have any other quarterback?
Yes, he has one other quarterback. So 14th pick, Tyrell Williams, wide receiver from the Chargers, I believe.
You're not keeper league, right?
No.
Okay.
13, Trey Burton. He's the tight end from the Bears, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I don't hate him. I don't love him, but I don't hate him.
12, Jags defense.
Where did he pick in the draft?
He picked 4th.
Okay. So we're in what pick right now?
We are in 12.
Okay.
And we snake.
Okay. I'm trying to envision this in my head. Sorry, that was my alarm to remind me. No, I have an alarm for 4 o'clock every day to remind me, just in case I have to pick my son up that day. Like, hey, it's time to figure out if you're getting your son. If I'm going to have time to get home, I need to get him that day. So it's just my, oh shit, alarm.
Okay.
Sorry. Continue.
Round 11, Matt Breida.
Okay.
Running back, San Francisco. Number 10, Christian Kirk.
All these picks right now mean almost nothing because these are like backups.
This is your bench.
Yeah. Okay. Who was the last one?
10, Christian Kirk. Okay. Receiver of the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Number 9, Tariq Cohen.
Tariq Cohen.
I think he's the running back of the Bears.
You got a lot of Bears.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. What is he? I'm sorry. What was he? What was his position?
Running back, I think. Yeah.
On the Bears.
He is, yes, Bears.
Number 8, Allen Robinson.
Okay. How many teams in this league?
10.
Oh, okay. I was like, these players are way like late for where they should be right now. Because I'm used to a 12 and a 14-man team.
Yeah.
So that changed it. Like 14. I still know how the fuck I draft with that one.
Yeah, it's got to go deep.
Oh, I'm drafting players. I'm seeing their names for the first time in the app right then. Like, it's like, okay, we're on the 16th round. Who the fuck am I picking?
Okay. Number 7, Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Round 6, Dak Prescott.
I like Dax. I like him a lot.
Round 5, Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
Round 4, George Kittle.
I like Kittle.
Round 3, Joe Mixon.
I have Joe Mixon on 2 leagues. I believe I have him in both my leagues.
Round 2, Tyreek Hill.
Okay. Who was his first
and
pick?
Pick 1, Zeke.
Zeke. Who went before him? Who was 1, 2, 3?
My wife was 1.
But no, who was their pick?
Oh, McCaffrey, Kamara,
okay,
and Barkley.
Okay. See, our league is just like my friend league is just so different because we have a keeper, and like that changes the dynamic. We're talking about doing an IDP in the future because like we're just trying to make it more difficult for us because this is our 12th year doing it. 11th, 12th year. Yeah.
Well, this is what, my 3rd or 4th with you guys.
Yeah. And just
one was repeat 1, 2, 3 for me again.
Okay. So first pick overall was Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, that's where he should go.
Second pick overall was Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
And third pick was Saquon.
Okay. Let me see if can see what my pick order was.
I had to pick Saquon. It angered me so much to pick. I was hoping that one of the first 2 were going to pick Saquon. Yeah. I actually thought that Saquon...
Isn't that crazy how you hope someone picks someone else just so you don't have to pick them?
Yeah.
Like you don't like them, but you know if you don't pick them, not only are you criticized, but...
I'm hurting myself.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I was, because I really thought that he was going to go at least one of the first 2, and I was going to take Kamara, and then Kamara went 2. I'm like, like I really don't want to do this, but
nah. But all right, so that's your team. How do you feel about your team? Do you know any of these players?
I don't know a few. I don't follow, like I said, as much as everybody else, and everybody knows from at least last year's draft pick. I was like, I mean, I made it into the finals. I did okay.
I like your team.
No, I don't hate your team.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do what I can with it.
That's what we all say about our teams every year.
And your team changes significantly throughout the season.
Yeah, I've had teams where my first round pick was blown their knee. What was it?
I was victim of Le'Veon last year. Yeah. He was my first pick.
Who was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Was it Bush when he got hurt? He went number 1 and then got hurt a couple years ago. Reggie Bush. Wasn't there a year when he? I want to say Reggie
David
Bush.
Johnson. I think
No, that's who it was. David Johnson. You're right. Yeah, he was supposed to be like he went number 1, then like blew his knee. I had him. He was my keeper. It fucking killed me to drop him because he was like my franchise keeper, and I had to drop him to get someone else.
Jesus.
Yeah, the joys. Although I got Cruz off waiver wires one year, and he was my keeper for 3 years. When he blew up, I got Cruz. So, but how about your team? What was your team? Let me hear what your team was.
All right, so my team. So all right, we'll go in the reverse. So we'll go right down.
The normal way.
Yeah. So Saquon was the first.
Yep.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Okay.
The second, Adam Thielen, and the third.
I like Thielen.
I went quarterback early this year. I usually go quarterback end towards the draft.
This year,
but, I've been points wise, I've been struggling with. So I went.
You get your top 2 or 3 quarterbacks, and then it falls off.
Yeah,
big.
I was hoping to maybe get Mahomes in like the 3rd or 4th, and Mahomes went before that.
Okay.
I was like, all right. So I took Deshaun Watson, 4th round.
Okay.
Josh Jacobs, T.Y. Hilton, James White,
Okay.
Philip Lindsay, Dede Westbrook, Corey Davis,
okay.
Peyton Barber, Greg Olson.
I like Greg Olson.
Tony Pollard.
Okay.
I took Kyler Murray, 14th.
Okay.
And I think this is going to end up being a good pick for me. I took LaShawn McCoy in the last round. He was cut by the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And he got picked up by the Chiefs.
Okay.
So he's being reunited with Andy Reid. So I think that's going to, for my last pick,
okay,
I think that's going to end up working out well for me.
Trying to find my fucking leagues while we're talking about this shit. What league did I use? This is fantasy. So I put all my shit on my iPad, and I haven't downloaded the RotoWire draft kit to this phone yet. But as soon as I download it,
yeah, I haven't updated the rosters yet. So I took a picture of the board that we.
Are you the commish?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see what my teams were. I can tell you what my teams are. I can tell you the draft order if I let you do it this way. Come on, log in. Do you do any other drafts, or is this the only one you do?
This is the only one I do.
Okay. Yeah, I was up to 4 of them for a while. And one of them was like...
I did too. I used to do one off of NFL.com, just to do a couple just to do them, and it's too much.
Yeah, no, it was... And one of the leagues was a big money league. It was like $250 buy-in, and then it was $2.50 or $5 a transaction. So when you had to add drop people, it was $2.50 to drop someone, $2.50 to add someone. So it was like $5 a transaction, and it would just add up to pot. So I mean, if you won, you got a good fucking pot, but if you didn't, you were just fucked. Let's see, draft board, draft grid. Come on, some bitch. I gotta load it. All right. How about you, Ramsey? You doing any other ones? Or you just doing one?
No, I'm just doing this one. I think last year I did one of the ones where it was just join whatever. You don't know the players. It wasn't
like the DraftKings sites where you...
Yeah, you just kind of just hop in.
Okay.
And it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, like I said, I was doing my work one. I was actually doing 2 where I was doing my work one, my old job, my old company's work one, because I still dealt with them. I thought it'd be a good idea to do their fantasy to fuck with them for every week. Then I did my friends, and then I did another one for a friend. So I was in 4 one year, and it was
rough.
Oh my god, it was a fucking job.
Yeah, it's time consuming. It's very time consuming.
You know, it's one thing to I can't get access to it, whatever. So I can only tell you what my team is. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's so time, and when you got 4 teams to position, you gotta add drop. You gotta remember waivers. It was too fucking much. So I'm happy with 2 leagues. They're both, one league's $100, the other league's $50. They're cheap. I'm not investing, $800 into the fucking season anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we just have a trophy.
We have a belt. So our league is called Straight Cash Homie for my friends. So we have the $1 million belt, and this is the first year so we've been writing. This might be our 13th year. Because we've been writing...
Them engraved?
No, it's the plastic one.
No.
So we've been writing in the winner's name on one of the dollar signs on the front and in the back for every year. And I think we just ran out this year. We didn't have any room to write the champ on, so we were looking to get either a new $1 million belt, like the real one, where we spend some money and we get it where you can put the engraving plates on it, or we just get a regular trophy and maybe put the old belt around the bottom of it or something.
Get a fucking real one with the engraving.
Oh, I want to,
plates,
man.
And yeah,
I want to.
We're old enough now; we can afford it.
Yeah, so
make it interesting. Make it the last place of the season has to buy the belt.
So I'd love to just take everyone's money and go buy it and everyone chip in, but I love my friends. But it's in addition to having new people in the league this year, but it's like drawing fucking blood for my friends sometimes to get this money out of them. It's $100.
Still, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. We voted on it last year. We got the vote to do it last year for this year, but we almost didn't have a league this year because people dropped out and then people couldn't make it to the draft. And it's becoming almost impossible with everyone's lives to try and pick a date that works for everyone.
Yeah.
even though our live draft has been the same day for the last 5 years.
Well, I mean, look, there's other ways of fucking if they can't make it. I could have probably FaceTime in yesterday or
it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's such a we've done it in the past, and again, because we've been 12 years for a league is a long time at this fucking point. 12 years
and how many people are in it?
There's 12 now in the league.
Yeah, so I mean,
we started with 10.
People,
We started with 10. We up to 12 because people wanted to join, and now we've got to the point where we're having trouble filling 12 spots. But to go back to 10, it would change everything in the league. It would change where players go. It would change keeper scenarios. It would be like a 2-year period before we'd be back to like even ground for everybody.
Yeah,
just because you got these 2 teams that were. At least 2 of those players weren't going to be drafted because they were keepers for the most part. And now you're putting new talent into the pool. You're getting people earlier because those 2 guys aren't drafted anymore.
I got you.
But, all right. We talked a lot about football. We want to keep going with this or we want to go on to something else?
Well, since it's fall, right, the new cars are coming out.
They are. Did we talk about me getting a new car?
We did. We talked about you getting a new car, but I was talking about some of the new stuff that I saw coming out with like the 2020.
The fun shit.
Yeah. So I saw a 2020 Ford Shelby GT500.
It's a beast.
Yeah.
I'm getting tingles in my balls right now, guys.
760 horsepower.
Sorry, I had Tim Allen come at me there for a second.
Yeah. It's a V8 engine. So they didn't release the 0 to 60 numbers. But what they did was they released 0 to 100 back down to 0. Take a guess at how many seconds?
0 to 100
and then back down to 0.
6.9.
10.6.
I just picked 69.
Yeah.
It's fun.
10.6 seconds.
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice car.
It's a nice looking car.
It's a nice car.
It's a nice looking car.
10 seconds. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, that's...
Wow.
Yeah. And alongside that, as far as like SUV, the Bronco or the mini Bronco, quote unquote, they're calling it.
That bothers me. I heard it's going to be 4 doors too. Did you hear that?
Which one? The Bronco?
The mini Bronco.
I mean,
they're making but wasn't that the Bronco 2? Wasn't the Bronco 2 just a mini fucking Bronco?
I guess. I'm gonna have to look it up right now. Let's see.
Like,
Bronco 2.
The appeal of the Bronco was the 2-door SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Bronco 2, what, 1984, right? So
something like that, yeah.
I guess it looks smaller.
I
looks
believe
like
that was the marketing sketch.
It looks like a.
See, you're looking on like I'm trying to recollect the Chase.
Oh,
that was a Bronco.
That was a regular Bronco.
That wasn't a Bronco too. That was a regular
Bronco.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at the Bronco.
I know exactly what the Bronco looks like. I know what the Bronco 2 looks like in my head too. It's narrower. It's not as wide.
It's not as wide. It looks
it's
like
a little shorter.
Really, without the back cab cover, it looks more like a fucking like an old F-150. I guess you want to call it, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know,
but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to know what
my
the
father-in-law has been waiting for the Bronco for like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
He wants it. And he's up for his car lease too, and he's like, "What do I do?"
It's coming. It's gonna be released this year.
Oh, I mean,
it's coming.
It's not this year.
2020. I'm on Ford's website.
Is it
coming? 2020 Bronco.
Okay.
It's coming. It's coming.
I believe you.
I mean, there's literally no pictures on their site, but it's coming.
They've been saying it's coming though for the last 3 years.
Yeah. Well, on their site, 2020.
Okay.
They've been looking to redesign the Charger too for quite a few years, and it keeps getting pushed back.
Yeah. Well, the Charger.
So remember, I was looking when I had my first Mustang before I got the second one. Like I was looking at the Charger. I hate the interior of the Charger. Just looks so outdated.
Yeah.
That's what
they haven't redesigned it forever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I was waiting for.
It's still a good looking car outside on the outside, but yeah.
The inside just looks so dated to me.
When did they actually come out with the new Chargers? I feel like it's been out for like a really long time.
I feel like it was
this body style.
Yeah,
it's been a few years.
One was fucking Triple X out with fucking Vin Diesel. I feel like
which was a really long time.
But I feel like that's when they redesigned the body. Like I feel like it's that long.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Like I couldn't put a date to when it was re-released, and it just makes me think. I'm like, holy shit! Like it's been
a while.
It's been a while since it's been out. 2005.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Is that when they redesigned it?
Yeah, 2005. I just looked it up.
And there's been subtle changes between here and here
right, but before that, I mean,
like
between 2006 to 2010 was the one, and then whatever 2011 to now is like the two.
And
they call it 6th and 7th generation, right?
Yeah.
Before that was 1987.
And you look at something
that's when they stopped making it.
Yeah.
Look at something like the Corvette. The Corvettes changed.
Have you seen the new Corvette?
Oh, they're not,
so many times over the last year.
Oh my god. It looks like a fucking Lotus.
They're looking more and more like a supercar.
I saw, I don't know if it was the fully tricked out one when we went and got our GMC, the Terrain.
Yeah.
They had a Corvette on there that was said like not for sale. You know, it was like one of the next year's models, and even just the one that you can get regularly as a consumer was fucking sexy.
Oh, so they're changing the style again this year.
Oh yeah,
the Corvette, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a redesign.
Which is, it's great for for one thing that you're getting a new looking car. But I was watching a video or reading something recently that said that Mazdas are one of the worst cars to own because they make so many new models so often that you can't find,
doesn't hold up.
That you can't find any parts that aren't dealer made. No third party company makes anything because they change so often.
Yeah.
Whereas like you'll get a Corolla, you can get the same headlight for 10 years. Whereas the Mazda 3 this year to the Mazda 6 next year, it's not compatible.
Or a Subaru. Are you familiar with Subarus?
My brother has one, but they never fucking break down.
Well, that's the one of the reasons is because you can find a part from like 1995.
Oh yeah, because they haven't made them the same way forever.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a guy that I know that's really big into Subaru. I mean, and he's got like what the fuck's it called? Outland, some shit like that. What's Outlander? Like from
we looked at Subarus.
1997, and he bought a new one, and they have the same parts. Like he's like, I can just if something breaks on the new one, I can just take it from the old. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It's all the same shit, which is insane. It
makes sense though.
It does.
I mean, for a business, it doesn't, right? Because Mazda basically allows themselves to always have a market of parts, right?
That could lead to brand loyalty, though.
It makes it more expensive to leave the ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
It makes it cheaper to stay in the ecosystem, would be more brand loyalty. So you'd leave Mazda because you can't fix the car.
I'm saying for Subaru.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for Subaru, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Well, that's what the people who drive Subarus are Subaru drivers. I feel forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like my uncle had one. Like I think at the Outback. Like just kept getting a new one for like 20 years.
Yeah, I want to check one out.
They're nice. They're very nice.
Yeah. Instead of buying a.
I like the GMC, man.
Overpriced, nice car. Get a nice Subaru.
I didn't realize. So speaking of GMC, my aunt got in my car. I don't know, a week or two ago, and she's like, "Oh, this is nice. It's just like my Cadillac." And like it never clicked in my head that this is basically just a Cadillac SUV without
the GMC logo
for the most part.
Yeah,
like it's the same. You know, it's going to be. They're all General Motors, so it's the same body. You know, the same frame. You know, they're going to change the body style, but everything else is going to be the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's got the OnStar in it. It's got, everything's becoming so cheap. You can just put in the cars for cheaper.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, since we're on the car topic, you guys hear about Jessie Combs?
Yes.
The fastest woman on four wheels?
No, I did not. Fill me in on this. I missed this.
So this chick is...
Jessie Combs.
Jessie Combs, right? She was, I guess, a host on Mythbusters. Remember that show on Discovery Channel?
Mm-hmm.
Mythbusters, Adam Savage, and
I watched every episode.
So apparently, she took over at some point when
keep talking. I'm looking.
When the one girl, Carrie, was I guess out on maternity leave or something. She was on the show.
Yep.
So Jessie Combs, fastest woman on four wheels. She broke whatever speed record there was before, back in 2013, I think it was. She became the fastest woman on four wheels 2013 with the speed record of 398 miles per hour.
Wait, what?
398 miles per hour.
That's fucking crazy. Plane speed.
Yeah. So she was trying to, I guess she beat the record again maybe last October.
Okay.
483 miles an hour.
483?
483.
That is faster than a plane speed.
Yeah. And then... a couple weeks ago,
520 is like usually what they cruise at.
Yeah, and a few weeks ago, she died trying to beat that record again. I think she was going 619 miles an hour.
Jesus.
Did she hit that speed?
I don't know if she actually hit it, but I think someone
She
was
hit
saying
something, right?
Yeah,
I was waiting.
yeah.
I threw that up there. I was waiting for someone to grab it.
You were waiting for it. But yeah, so she died. I don't know, engine trouble. I don't know,
She was driving 600 miles a fucking hour. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
She's probably somewhere in space right now. They're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Could you imagine going that fast? But minus being in an airplane.
So
on in a car.
no, I can't.
Yeah.
But I want to ask a question. This is kind of on topic, but so this woman was a fucking pioneer essentially in driving fast for chicks, right? Or
Yep.
women?
Yep.
Yet you have a My Life toy on your shelf that has washer dryers for your children.
That was probably a gift from our friend Steven.
I can see Steve getting that for you.
Yeah. Well, as you can tell, it's not opened, and
You're right, it isn't.
I have not given it to my children. So
Are you going to sell this in your garage sale?
hell yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So you look at this. Are you assuming that it's,
He only has girls in his house.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Are you assuming that it's a gift for girls because this is a house full of girls, or
Yes.
would you look at that in a store and think that could be bought for a boy?
I mean, if my kid really wanted that washer dryer set, I'm not going to tell him no. I mean, but it's
Well, you can have
Okay,
it.
would you buy?
I don't need it. I have enough shit in my house. You can sell it.
Would you buy that for a boy?
No, personally, I would not. If you want my honest opinion, no.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay,
No, I wouldn't.
if I was asked for it by a boy, I would.
Yeah.
But just going to the store
Say,
to pick out a toy for a boy, I'm not picking that
Your
out.
son has a birthday party to go to this weekend, and you're at Target looking for a gift. If you come across that,
No, I'm buying a gun for the kid. Like it's just like I'm buying him
I'm gonna buy
there
him
are
some
boys'
no,
toys.
and I'm not disagreeing with you. I have
Why
the
is it?
exact
But
same
here's the
opinion.
question: why is it bad that we say there are boys and there are girls' toys? When when I say that, I'm not saying you can't use them if you're one or the other,
Yeah.
but they're
I think
definitely
that's
targeted
where the-
at certain audiences.
I think that's where the problem comes.
Well,
I think
because
people
that's how we
assume that
grew up.
when you label something a boy's toy,
But why is
people
that bad?
assume, No. I'm saying people assume that it means a girl cannot play with it, or vice versa. You label something a girl's toy, it means a boy cannot play with it.
yeah, I get it, but
That's the way that it's been.
but I still don't understand why it's bad to have gender normal stereotypes, right?
It isn't. I completely agree.
Again, they're to have it's a stereotype, a profiling, whatever you want to call it, is based upon a sample set of people, right? Not all Italians are in the mafia, but a shit ton of them are. You know, I have cousins and uncles who we know were in the fucking mafia. Like, but I don't know. It's fuck the hot tub. Let's talk about something else. Where else do we want to go?
Well, I think we got all our topics except, so we're waiting to hear back in a couple interview episodes.
Yes, I'm excited for these.
I'm excited, very excited for the next one that we're going to have.
We're not going to say it yet.
I really wish that we can say it, but we're not going to say it. But
It's going to be as good as Andrew, I think.
yeah, I do too. I'm pumped for it.
He did
really
set the
pumped
bar,
for it.
though. So
he did.
Can't say
Andrew,
that. Can't say that.
I
lightly.
love you, buddy.
Yeah, that interview episode really set the bar, and we want to be able to
Do more of them.
at least reach the bar or surpass it.
Yes. And I think our next guest has that potential. I don't know him personally, but from what you guys have told me about him,
Yeah.
we're going to have fun.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna end it on cut to the finish. I think what I've got something this week. I don't know if anybody else has
No,
anything.
please, go ahead.
So what I like, it's one of the products I use every day. Logitech mice.
Okay.
I use the LX Master. It's the bigger mouse. It's got all these little cool buttons on it for scrolling, side to side scrolling. Back
Is it a
forward.
gaming mouse or just a regular mouse?
For me, it's just a regular mouse. I really don't play games on the computer.
Is it labeled a gaming mouse?
Yeah,
though,
that's not-
or-
No, it's not.
Okay.
But it's definitely more of one of those. I don't want to say high tech, but it's more of like an engineering type person that does like a lot of CAD drawings and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you can have favorites and hot
Yeah,
sticky keys.
yeah,
and-
basically. So Yeah, it's just, but I use it on every day for everything, and
I think I use a Logitech too at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been using them for years.
Yeah,
and they just keep coming out with better and better stuff.
Yeah, now it's Bluetooth, the one I have now, so I don't even got to plug anything into it. I just turn on my Mac, turn on my mouse, and
well, what's cool with this one, it has
three
inputs, right? So I can do my Mac, my other Mac, my work computer, or my iPad, whichever one, doesn't matter. And easily switch between the three.
Just push the button on the side of it.
That's it.
Yeah. Nice.
Very easy. So Logitech, I'm giving them a shout out because that's one of the things that I use.
Works for me.
All right. Anybody else got anything else?
I got nothing this week, man.
All right. Listen, guys, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, AvGents Podcast, and give us a shout out.
Comment, subscribe, email us if you have any ideas about segments of the show. We're talking about playing around with some stuff.
Yes.
Give us ideas.
Give us your feedback.
Tell us what you like. Tell us what you hate. Tell us what you hate, because we don't want you hating things that we're doing. So tell us what we can fucking get better at.
Perfect.
All right.
We're going to wrap it up, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Later, everybody.
Later.
Later.